how did you get to be a superstar?
Superstar.
Tell me what you're doing.
Yeah, what is this for?
This is for Relay for Life, and it's to help basically recruit people to join, because we need some more people to help out and raise money to fight the battle of cancer.
That's a nice thing you're doing. So who's gonna see this?
The whole world.
The whole world?
No, I'm just kidding.
We are so excited to be here today in this lovely purple room to talk about Relay for Life. As you know, the American Cancer Society Relay for Life has a signature color, and that is purple. So if you can't see us, it's because we've blended into the room. I want to introduce you to Marcy Brown. She is a longtime volunteer. She's just so involved in her community and in what we do in the fight against cancer. And then right here, we have Jesse Pizana. He's a student at Tecumseh High School. He and his mother, Wendy, are co-chairing the first ever Lenawee Northeast Relay for Life.
Hi, I'm Wendy Pizana.
Hi, I'm Jesse Pizana.
And this is actually our first year of being co-chairs on the relay, but we've been involved in Relay for Life for 6 years. And we take this as an honor for us to be able to do this. Jesse has gone through treatments, and we'll let him share.
Found out from 10 days in the hospital that I had Hodgkin's lymphoma, and we found out through different tests, and then after the tests were done, then they thought for sure it was, did a biopsy on the lymph node that was in my chest. And I had undergone treatments through August. In August they did a scan, and in October they did a scan. And the one in October said that my cancer had came back. And they were in my shoulder and two in my chest, and then there were some in my thymus gland. I'm here in the hospital right now getting, they said, aggressive treatments. And then after my treatments, hopefully they said this won't be my last one, that I'll have a bone marrow transplant, and then I'll have to go through, I think, right after 50 to 60 days after having a bone marrow transplant, that I go with 2 weeks of radiation, and hopefully that'll take care of it. Oh, and this is my chemo thing.
And
the second chemo and my third chemo is coming up next. These machines beep all the time and they get annoying.
he's been out touring around the hospital today. He's been giving these little purple relay teddy bears to a bunch of small children. He actually had quite a smile on this, she's probably 5 years old, cute little blonde, and she just had this big old smile on her face and said thank you, and she's in for treatments. You could tell she probably wasn't feeling real well, but it put a nice smile on her face.
Well, last year, before the first time that I found out that I had cancer, I had went up to my choir teacher and asked her if I could put a relay jar in her room to collect money. And at the end of the year, I collected $118. And then I asked her a second time the next year when I was in 8th grade. And she said, sure, that'll be fine. And so I put it out there, and it was going kind of slow at first. I had put candy out there to see if people would take a piece of candy for like a donation or something. And then when everybody at the school found out that I had cancer, they started donating. People or kids were coming up to my choir teacher and said, or with $20, and said, this is my allowance money, I want to give it towards Relay. She held a concert for me, and she had me come up and sing the last song.
I'd also like to invite Jesse Pizana up here. Where is Jesse? And we are raising money for Relay for Life. And if you want to, okay, I'm just going to talk about these young people, because watching them respond to the news about Jesse has been amazing. I've had 5th and 6th graders come in to me and hand me a $20 bill and say, This is my allowance. I want to give it to Relay for Life. Now, when you're 9 and 10, $20 is a lot of money. And kids have been bringing in money. We have, Jesse, what's the total? Where are we at right now? Over $1,700 have
What an emotional night. The kids were clapping and screaming for Jesse, and the teacher went running across the stage, and Mom got a little emotional. It was quite a night to hear all those kids just cheering on Jesse. And just the love in the air was just wonderful. Bless you.
I raised almost $5,000. When I first found out in April, the first thing that came to my mind was that I would be able to walk in the Survivor Victory Lap with my aunt, and that's been battling cancer for 3.5 years now. And you know, people bought me all these luminarias, and altogether I think I had like 70-some. To see that many people that wanted to donate to Relay for Life was pretty neat. Oh, this is my sister Danielle, and she's been taking care of me through all of this, and she'd like to say a few things.
Well, we have a lot of things planned for each month, right?
Yeah, and she's been taking care of the Tecumseh High School Challenge because I'm not able to go back to school right now, and so I can't be in 2 places at once, basically.
I started getting involved in Relay from after my mom lost her friend, and when my grandma got sick, and when she passed away from it, and also with my brother, and my Aunt Shay, of course. Wow, I don't know. Yeah, and I do want to find a cure. I can't do this no more, I'm sorry. I can't.
I'll be okay. When somebody has cancer in your family, not only hits the person that has it, but it also hits your family, you know, physically, emotionally, and just it's a hard time for all of them. And we'd like to see that not have to happen anymore.
I'm Lori Brock. I'm Jesse's social worker here on 7 Mott. Social workers help with a couple things. We tell people about resources that are available to help them through this, and then we just provide support in coping with what's happening. And actually, this is such a fine young man that he does very well with the support of his family and the love of his friends as well.
I've been involved with Relay for Life for, let's see, this would be my 6th year. And the reason why I joined was for the same reasons that my sister had. My Aunt Devana is what I call her, my mom's best friend. She was like a second mom to me. And we lost her of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And my grandma, she was a special person to all of us. And she passed away of lung cancer. And my Aunt Shay, that's battling ovarian cancer, she's been battling it for 3.5 years, and she's in a stage 3 right now.